Okay. Make him work, Steve, when you get inside.
The voice of Floyd Mayweather Sr., who's been in the news lately, will not be training Oscar De La Hoya, but will be helping his son for that mega match. Bernard Hopkins will be looking on at ringside as a very interested spectator, as his family member Demetrius has well, his first jump up in class against Steve Forbes, who just in that second round showed signs of improvement in a big way, Jim.
Yeah, I think maybe he caught Hopkins napping a little bit. I think he thought he had an excellent first round, and he was now just expecting to pick up where he left off. But this is a real good, solid pro he's in with tonight, so he won't put up with any nonsense. 2 rounds in the trot, so he come up with something better. Now it's down to young Hopkins to do the same.
Minor swelling under the right eye of Steve Forbes. Might have to endure a few bumps and bruises as he tries to get close and negate the range. Hopkins will elect to box behind that jab. Good battle in store here, Jim.
Yep. A lot more intense than I imagined it would be. In the second round, Forbes was showing a few feints before he was going to work, and Hopkins was falling for them. But now he's just having that little step back as he was doing in the opening round, and giving himself a little bit of room to get the counters off.
Trying to whip that left hook round Hopkins. Trying to show he has the speed and the technical ability. But when the combinations get through from Forbes, it just looks a bit rattled, Hopkins.
Yeah, but the one thing I did like, he took a couple of solid shots, but he had the last word in the exchange. But this is not the kind of fight I'm sure that his camp have planned.
He's a fairly quiet guy, Demetrius Hopkins. He leaves his uncle to do the talking, and how Bernard can chat. Can he live up to the publicity? There was talk of him having a shot at Junior Witter's WBC title at the end of last year. That didn't happen, but he's ranked right up there.
Well, he's tall and he's thin, but he's certainly gritty enough, because he's taking these shots and coming right back, giving pretty much as good as he's getting. But again, Forbes looking that bit more positive.
Good work from Steve Forbes as he moves inside, looking for body shots and uppercuts, and Hopkins just holds on there.
See Forbes not giving him the room, just denying him the space. He's drawn him into his kind of fight, and this could be the telling point so early in the fight.
Lovely left hook to the head and then to the body. Went in for Forbes. Back comes Hopkins, gritty, showing his heart, but he's never been under this sort of pressure in this sort of company. Really good stuff. Steve Forbes nods at his corner and believes that that was a telling round.
Well, not too much to split them in punches landed in that round, but it's significant. Forbes was the far happier as he went back to the corner. This young man not happy.
Throw them long shots, man. Even a long right uppercut, man. Straight right hand down the pipe. Right hook. Use your jab, man. Go to the body and the head. Long shots, man. He's dropping his hands a lot. Keep him in the middle ring, man. I told you, stay off the rope.
They're slightly concerned in there. He's had pretty much everything his own way, Hopkins, so far in his career.
Yeah, but that's a big problem. He's never really had to stand and trade the way Forbes is making them do so now. I mean, I think Forbes wasted too much time as super featherweight. He should have come up earlier. I think he's enjoying boxing at 10 stone. Much stronger.
But we thought it may be negative and a boxing match, but it has really started at a cracking pace here. Demetrius Hopkins and Steve Forbes. Can Hopkins come back from the last couple of rounds? Because Forbes just gathering momentum, you sensed at the end of the third.
Yeah, but he has the strength. He's not a big puncher, but he's very strong, and he has the experience and the maturity. So I wonder, will he be able to last that little bit longer in this kind of fight?
World champion at the end of 2000 when he beat John Brown. He has fought better men, better fighters, and he's looking at the corner, Steve Forbes. And there was a really positive sense from Forbes at the press conference this week.
Yeah, well, he's every right to be happy at the moment, because this is the kind of fight he had planned. He's drawn Hopkins into it. Hopkins responding very well, full credit to him, but I don't think he's enjoying it too much. I'm sure his corner will want him to get more space, keep this at long range.
A stand-up boxer really, Hopkins, but he's having to meet Forbes in this one. Just a deep breath there from the Philadelphian.
See, he's beginning now to find out what fighting at the top level is all about. As I say, I keep saying he's responding well, but I think he's really feeling this tough. This is the first time really he's been in at the deep end, and he's finding it really tough.
Forbes was telling me that in that Contender Series he had to fight much, much bigger men. It wasn't really fair, he felt. So maybe not so much of a jump up. He's certainly getting to that big open body of Hopkins.
I'm just wondering already, is Hopkins strong enough to cope with this? There's not a lot of snap in his punches anymore. He was stopping Forbes in his tracks, and these body shots are not helping either. Another round where it's not much to split between punches landed, but another round where Forbes just looks that little bit more like he's the one in the driving seat.
The experience and the intelligence there from Steve Forbes, listening to his corner, and Hopkins again looks for breath. This is becoming a struggle for Demetrius Hopkins.
Give the caution on.
Well, this is a really interesting affair here. Floyd Mayweather Sr. with Steve Forbes there, and their game plan, Jim, seems to be working.
Yep, well, he's using his assets, not allowing Hopkins to use his.
Forbes inching closer and using those left hooks.
See, there's a bit more head movement with Forbes as well now, just to get inside the leads. There's a little feints that are working. I'm impressed the way Hopkins has responded in the exchanges, but as I say already, I'm asking, is he strong enough for this?
Hopkins has been 12 rounds with Mario Ramos and Rogelio Castaneda, but against Forbes, well, he admitted himself he would find out if he could do this against a real campaigner.
Well, the first minute he's done all right here. He's got himself a little bit of space. He's smacking a bit more snap into the jab. This is better, getting his punches off just that little shade quicker.
There is class. You don't be unbeaten in 26 if you can't box. But can he fight? Can he draw it all out when it matters, when he's on the back foot?
Well, he's finding the time to get his punches off in this round. I mean, this is what he should do, just fight in little spurts, get his punches off, get out of there, then do a little bit of spoiling here and there as well. Doesn't want to stand and trade with Forbes, that's his game.
Yeah, Bernard Hopkins was saying that Demetrius uses him as a blueprint. Hopkins always finding a way to win, the master at the defence. But his nephew's got to show different things in this fight.
Well, he's shown a bit of character already, I'll give him credit for that. And I don't think Forbes is quite so accurate in this round. This is better from Hopkins.
Left hook to the body went in from Forbes, which Hopkins acknowledged, but he came back with a body shot of his own. Could this come down to conditioning, to stamina as well?
Yep, I think strength and maturity might be what it comes down to. He doesn't look all that physically strong, Hopkins, but he surprised me with his grit so far.
Well, he's come in tonight at 11 stone, put 14 pounds on after the weigh-in. Obviously does have to grind that body at 5'11" down to 10 stone. That could be difficult come the later rounds, that.
Well, he's stopped a lot here as far as my card's concerned, but still finding it a massive struggle.
Left hook from Forbes at the end of that one.
Punches off, man.